What did I tell you about Steve? The fucked up part is that they played a good game today. They played a good game today. That's the fucked up part about it. They played good enough to win. And Steve Kerr is fucking them, bro. He's literally fucking them. What is the goal here? You playing 30 fucking minutes, bro. What's the goal?
We got Steph fucking Curry on the roster, and he doesn't get the shot? He doesn't get the fucking shot? I mean, what the fuck are we doing? Steph fucking Curry playing 33 minutes in a must-win fucking game.
No. You said 33 minutes? It would have been nice if he played 33 minutes.
Oh, what did I say? What did I say? I said
Bro, he played 30 minutes. What the fuck are we doing?
Dude, it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, let's
He
throw him
played
an
30
extension,
minutes.
though.
Like,
Throw him
bro,
an
like,
extension.
do you understand the fucking absurdity of that?
Ridiculous.
They need to win games, and he's playing 30 fucking minutes. Are you kidding me?
Fucking ridiculous.
How the fuck do you play 30 minutes?
Now,
Now,
10th seed, and he's
if
playing
I
30 minutes.
okay, hang
Dog,
on.
how the fuck?
If,
No. Answer that. How the fuck do you play 30 minutes, bro? 30 fucking minutes?
hold on,
What
I
is
just
the
want to
goal
point out
here?
there for people though. If nobody said anything, right? If nobody gave any context whatsoever, if
What
we
context?
said
He played 30
no, hold on,
fucking minutes.
dude,
What the fuck
Urkel,
are we doing here?
let me set.
No, fuck that. How the fuck are you gonna play 30 minutes? What the fuck are we doing? 30 minutes? The fuck are we talking about?
I just want to say, hold on, I just want to
No,
say,
no. If you ain't addressing the fucking 30 minutes, I ain't trying to fucking hear it, bro. 30 fucking minutes. What the fuck are we doing? The fuck are we talking about? 30 minutes. 30
I never said
minutes.
I justified it. I still think it's asinine, like 100 times over, though. But I just want to say, imagine not having your best player play like 35 minutes on any team in the NBA. Just point that out there.
No.
Especially when you're the
in the
10th
NBA,
seed.
Hold up. People can talk about the flaws and this and that, right? But bro, I'm watching this shit all year long, bro. What the fuck are we doing? I'm watching this shit all year long. He's playing 32 fucking minutes a game. And now we need this game. He comes out at minute fucking 4 in the fucking third quarter, and he comes back in at minute 6. Why? Why? Tell me why.
When you don't change, you deserve to suffer, and that's what's happening with the coach right now. He could afford to do
Why,
that.
bro? Why? 30 minutes. I'm watching this shit, bro. And I'm tweeting. Go back and look at my tweets, bro. I'm saying, oh, okay, minute 4. Let me take him out. And this motherfucker does more, bro. He does a more exaggerated thing than he did last game. Are you kidding me, bro? Are we trying to win? We're not trying to win when you play him fucking
That's why
30 minutes.
I wanted to post a question out there.
Are we gonna load?
Does he have like?
Are we gonna load manage him out of the fucking season? Are we kidding me? What the fuck are we doing? This shit is a fucking joke, bro. 30 minutes in a 3-point loss. Bro, minute 4 into minute 6? How? How? Why? Why? Explain that. Why?
There was a perfect time in this game to get Steph in the fourth, and he waited. They literally had a timeout, and they went on that run, and he didn't put him in.
No,
he didn't
no.
fucking put him in.
They were making a run, right? And he could have brought him back at minute 9.
Yep.
Bro, he took 3 more minutes.
3 more minutes.
What?
Must-win game. 3 more minutes of no Steph Curry. You have Steph fucking Curry on the roster, you fucking idiot. Use him.
Imagine not having your best player out there for 35 minutes and instead only 30 minutes. Couldn't be me. Like, seriously, though. Like, I'm being dead ass. If you're in an NBA organization, how do you play your best player only 30 minutes a game?
No.
How do you play your best player
But here's
only
the
30
wild
minutes
part
a game?
is that he just signed an extension and this shit got worse, bro. I'm watching the shit, dog. I'm watching it.
Bro,
Thank you for addressing
was
this.
just about to
Eric.
say that.
Thank you for addressing this.
You had
Eric.
Steph Curry on the bench for that long. for no fucking reason.
He was
We
at
have
22
12 games.
minutes.
We have 12 games left in the season. Why are you trying to save him for what? We're trying to make a push to even get in the play-in. What are you doing?
He was at 22 minutes when their run started. He was at 22.
bro.
That is absurdly low.
It's indefensible. I don't care what
Absurdly
I don't care.
low.
I
And
don't
we
care.
got
It's
people talking about
indefensible.
all this other shit on the timeline, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Mhm.
Bro,
And it's even worse,
hold on,
bro.
hold on, hold
This
on.
is
Usually he takes them out at like minute 2, minute 3. Bro, in the first quarter, he took him out. In the first quarter, he took him out at minute 4. And I'm watching the shit. And I was like, are you going to let the clock hit minute 6 and you bring him back in?
When was that? When was that?
In the first quarter. And he did the same shit in the second half. The first half bro, it's cool. It's cool if you're doing that shit in the first half. Bro, we're down. 3
And
bad
why are you
turnovers.
icing Wiggins when he was rolling? You take him out
Dog.
and keep Pods in for what? And you keep JK in when clearly he was not having a good game, and we also needed the POA.
Dog, we had a search party out on the fucking timeline. Where's Steph Curry? We had a fucking warrant out. Where's Steph Curry at, man? He was on a milk carton. Where was he at?
He takes him out when he's hot, and he puts him back in when we're down. I don't get it. I'm done. I'm just
bro.
done.
But the worst part is this sums up the front office, bro. They seen how this was the
What
last.
does what the fuck does the front office have to do with this right now? Let's concentrate on what we
No, no,
saw
hey,
today,
hey, hey,
bro.
hey,
No, no,
listen,
no, no,
listen,
no. Let's
listen. No, no, no.
no, no,
I
no,
know,
no, no.
but
Let's
I'm saying,
focus on what
but
happened today, bro. Minute 4 into minute 6. How the fuck does that make sense to you? It happened in both halves, bro. Because I'm watching the shit and I was like, what is this? What's this? 30 minutes? Congrats. He played 30 minutes.
Yeah, they need we
exactly.
need
That's
some reporters to ask Steve what these patterns are because they don't make sense, you know.
They better ask. They better ask why Steph
Anthony
was on the
Slater, go
bench
do
that
your
long.
fucking job and ask that question. And stop fucking sucking dick, bro. Ask that fucking question. Nat, ask a fucking question. Nat, ask a question.
Not only did Steph Curry
Even
not start the fourth quarter, he didn't come into like the 6 minute mark. It just, I don't understand this guy. But
while the
last
T
game he
Wolves are going
started
on a
Steph Curry in
SOS
the
run,
was
fourth
why
out,
did they
quarter.
get
man.
run?
and we knew the
SOS
T
was
Wolves were
out.
going to make a
Bro,
run. The T Wolves were going
ask
to
a
make a
fucking
run.
question. What is this, bro? What
They
the
really
fuck is
did.
this? Seriously, what the fuck is this? No, 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 seriously. Minute
You
6, he gets taken on at minute 4. Bro, it happened in both halves. What is this? How does that make any sense? We're losing, bro.
That's damn near an NBA quarter,
Bro,
Urkel. That's 10
yo,
minutes
bro.
on the bench.
The wild part about it is that we played a good game, dog. On the road, they played a good game, and our coach is not giving us a fucking chance to win, bro. You think?
no,
Hold
not
up.
at all.
You
And
think
the
those
thing
4 or 5 minutes don't matter? Tell me, y'all think those 4 or 5 minutes don't matter,
they
bro? This is the
absolutely matter,
number
bro.
one
That was the
seed.
game. That was the game.
This is the
That was
number
the
one
game.
seed, bro.
Those
You
couple
think those
minutes.
4 or 5 minutes don't matter?
Urkel, I think it's pretty clear what's happening at this point in
Those
the
those
season.
those those.
And hold on, James. This clearly the coaching staff at this point is saying we're not going to overexert these guys for the last, handful of games of the season, 12, 13 games left in the season, 14 games left in the season, to even their, even a bit
AK,
above
AK,
average of what these guys are
AK.
logging.
I
Bro, it's
get
pretty
32
clear. They're
minutes.
standing pat.
Hold on,
Like
hold on, hold on.
there's no urgency to
Hold
make a
on.
run here
I
and
get
exert these
32
guys.
minutes. I get 32 minutes. I get 34 minutes. I get 35 minutes.
Yeah.
I am not asking him to play him 38 minutes. 37, 36 minutes. I'm not asking that. But
No, I
30
know.
minutes?
But
Bro, he wasn't
here's the
even in
thing.
foul trouble.
They're not only
No, no,
they're
hold
not
up. The
only
only way
not
you
willing
should
to
get into
exert
foul
these guys.
trouble, the only way
Yeah,
you
but
should play 30 minutes in a
no,
game
it's the
like
flip
this.
side of it. It's not only they're not willing to exert these guys, on
Exert
the
the what?
last stretch. They're
Like
trying
what?
to underplay them because they're basically look. Are
No,
they not throwing
AK.
the talent for the
Then
playing
okay.
point?
Then Kerr lied. Then Kerr lied on 95.7 when he said that we're gonna play this all the way till the end of the season. I believe we have a
Bro,
chance
You
if you're gonna
sound
play your
surprised,
best
to
player,
what?
James.
if you're gonna play your best player 4 or 5 minutes under his average, like you're clearly throwing in the towel for the play-in.
No,
Right. So
bro.
he
Hold
lied.
on,
So
hold
Kerr
on.
lied.
So you're telling me that 30 minutes is okay? Bro, There were two timeouts called. Two timeouts called in the fourth quarter. And I'm like, okay, cool. Minute 9, he's gonna bring him back in. Oh, okay. Minute 8, he's good. Bro, he all the way down to minute 6, bro. 30 minutes.
That's
What
insane.
bro, what?
During the most crucial stretch too, where where the other team is making a comeback. Like it just, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense.
Bro,
So,
they
And
so
played a good game,
you
man.
see
I'm
how
telling you, they played a
Urkel's
good
saying
game.
ask questions to the reporters, ask questions, ask questions. There's actually a way to ask a question here to get the answer that you need without doing this weird shit where you're going to put yourself in a position in the media where your access is
yeah.
compensated. There's actually a way to ask these type of questions. There is, and an example of a way to ask that question would be you indirectly ask, are you guys basically okay with standing pat
Margot,
with
I
where
know
you're
you're
going to be?
listening. Margot, I
You
know you're
asked. You
listening.
asked that.
Margot,
You talked to
Margot,
Steve Kerr.
Margot, I know you're listening. When you call Steve at the hotel tonight, ask him why the fuck is Steph Curry playing 30 minutes a game? Margot, ask him that question.
Yeah, you can indirectly ask that question without
I'm
asking
not
that
leaving
question.
it up to the reporters. I'm asking
Reporters are good at
Margot.
that.
Margot, hey, hey, Steve, huh? Why is Steph playing 30 minutes? Ask the question, Margot. I know you're listening, Margot. Ask the question.
Do you guys feel like you can go into the postseason and make a run with where you're at right
This
now
shit's
and
a
how things have
joke.
gone this season? There you go. There's your
This
word.
shit's a
Bro, we
fucking
are
joke,
half a
bro.
game. We are now half a game up on the Rockets,
Wait,
and
didn't
they
they
play the
just ask
Trailblazers
that
tomorrow, who
question?
they're probably gonna win.
AK, I'm pretty sure they asked that question already, and Steve said the exact same thing you would have honestly said.
Well, keep asking him because he keeps giving you different results. So keep asking him.
and the
Bro,
actions are not matching up with
hold
the
on.
words even.
30 minutes,
Listen,
bro. They
this
just
is a
can't.
good
You
team,
can't.
right?
You can't.
This is the number 2 seed, and it, bro, a lot of this stuff is context, right? Right? When we start to count these wins, and we look at it contextually. Shadow always says, you don't bet numbers, he bets context. These are the contextual things that I'm talking about all year long where we're losing these games, right? And sure, the team is flawed, completely understand. Guys are underperforming, completely understand. Understand that. But you cannot also lose the fucking coaching battle, bro. We're not built like that.
When
All
you
right.
have
I
your
agree.
dude,
You
when you have
all
your
right.
dude on the floor,
LeBron
you
is
win.
fucking 40 years old, right? He's gonna be 40 in December, right?
Speak on it. Speak
LeBron
on
is
it.
40 in December. LeBron is playing 35 minutes. Okay? Now, how is LeBron playing 35 minutes? And we must win this game. And Steph is playing 30 minutes. What? How does that make any sense? So, so when we lambaste the guy for putting up 12, 13, 14 points a game, and he's like, Clay is 17 points, right? And you're playing him under his season, under what he's used to playing. Less shots, less opportunities, less minutes. And then we sit here, we beat guys over the head because of this strategy. Next thing you know, we're going fucking Bro, that shit was cool in 2016 when we had this crazy advantage, right? That advantage is not there anymore. So why are we doing this, bro? Are we trying?
KD, 35 years old, coming off of the Achilles and everything, 37 minutes a game this year.
So all right,
What
Second
are
year
we
is
off,
Steve?
doing?
Hold
off
on, is
again.
Steve Kerr just
Come
banking
on.
on somebody getting hurt? Is that the goal here? Like, does he have? Is he banking on people getting hurt?
It's
That's
almost
an
like you're. It's
irrational fear.
it's almost like
Oracle,
you're
I hate to
being.
tell you this, but that's an irrational fear. That is
Oh,
not
yeah.
that is not a rational thinking. If you're doing that just to think, oh, I'm scared that this guy is hurt, why even play them at all?
All right, outside of the minutes, why did we lose tonight?
Because you
Because
can't
he
guard
kept
the three
Wiggins on
point
the
line.
he
The 3 point line was
that
We
Went
went
too
different.
that
three-point
small.
line.
You went too
Yeah.
small.
Yeah, too small. Their lineups were too small.
Stray
They
should
couldn't.
have played
We
more
weren't
down the
closing out
stretch.
on shooters. Our
Hey,
rotations weren't there. Like in the first
overhelping
half, we were not
again.
playing our POA because Wiggins had a great game tonight. GP was good defensively. I thought GP smoked a couple bunnies, but I
That
thought
layup
GP was
at the
pretty good.
end.
Yeah, but I thought we played a good game. It's just Steve. I mean, I wish he had played Steph an extra 4 to 5 minutes because I feel like he had. So he brought Steph in like around 6 minutes or so. He should have brought Steph in around 8 minutes minimum in the fourth. Like give him the extra two to
Minimum.
three minutes. Yeah, it's a bad decision, and I think that's why the media needs to ask And this isn't the first game. This is now a pattern, right? We've seen this over the course of maybe the last 2-3 weeks where Steve is just not. And it's funny because the first half, I thought the first half lineups and combinations actually weren't too bad. I mean, played pretty big. We had Trace out there with Draymond. Steph was playing. I think Steph played like 15 minutes in the first half, maybe 15 or 16, or I think it was 15. And second half, you got to up that from 15 to like 17, 18 minimum. And on top of that, like Podge was in the game a little too long. I didn't like him playing against this particular matchup. JK was struggling. I don't know why we're closing with JK all the time. I get he can score, but man, like he makes a lot of mistakes down the stretch. Like, and it's tough. And this is what I was saying when when you have two 21-year-olds out there, it's tough. Like they're gonna make mistakes. And Steve, I don't know what Steve is doing. I don't know what the plan is. Like, if you see guys making the same mistake, there was one play where JK got completely lost. I think Steph tied up the game. He hit a three. And then the next play up the court, JK got like lost on a screen, just got completely taken out. And then Conley hit a three. And then Wiggins comes in like 2 possessions later, and he shuts that shit down.
There's only
It's
2
like you
minutes
gotta.
left in the game, by the way, at that point. Too
It,
fucking
it, it
late.
was it, it was reckless. It was reckless. It was irresponsible. It was poor
Dre,
game management.
Dre,
Yeah.
there was a play, and I was going back and forth with this person on the TL, and they were like, "You were criticizing JK and blah 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 blah." After I sent the reply to that tweet, they give the ball to JK on the post in a split action. Steph is flying off of the screen, and at this point, we need points. And I watch JK completely ignore Steph Curry because Steph is coming off of the screen. Completely ignores him into a turnover, and they score.
It's destructive.
Oh, also points on turnovers. You also lost in that.
Yeah,
Hold on.
points on
Hold on.
turnovers is the big
So
one.
you see that play right there? Let me be very fucking clear on this. This is not the Jonathan Kuminga offense. This is the Steph Curry offense. And we have lost a lot of games because we're running the JK offense. This is Steph Curry's team. It's his offense. JK doesn't rotate the defense. He doesn't. I'm sorry. Sorry to break it to you. He doesn't rotate the defense. Play your fucking role. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
No one else on the roster really
This
does
Let me say it
though.
again. Jonathan Kuminga doesn't rotate the defense. He is a Steph Curry merchant.
No.
All of these
Yeah. Like
guys are
so.
Steph Curry
So.
merchants.
So to
Pass
put it,
Steph the fucking ball when he's coming off of a split action.
you
You
well,
know what to do,
Urkel.
bro.
But Urkel, does he know? I think it's some of it is that like he's still getting used to the combination of being a scorer and playing within the offense, which I agree with you. He needs to. Well, it's not on him either. It's also on Steve to like put that in his head and say like, okay, we're running this set. On this play, you got to look for Steph as a counter. If you have the mismatch, you can attack the rim. If you see a diver or cutter, you find him. Like I feel like JK sometimes gets a little bit antsy to score, and that causes him to, kind of get caught in between a certain spot on the court where he just then turns it over or makes a bad decision, a bad shot. And so tonight, again, like you saw, he kind of had an okay first half. Second half, it was pretty rough on both ends. But you're right. Like and some of it also like Steph needs to be on the ball more. I don't know why he's off the ball. Half these plays Steph is off the ball in. Why like that final play they used Steph as a decoy on for Clay to tie the game. Why? Why don't you just give the ball to your best player and clear out?
Because Steve
you know
Kerr
what
is
I'm
a
saying?
fucking disaster. That's why. We know what's going to happen when those three guards are on the fucking floor. We talked about it throughout the course of the early part of the season where that lineup, that combination doesn't work, and he went to it a bunch of times tonight. Bro, okay. Urkel, if you don't mind, I wanna say some important points.
Jim, last thing. Last thing. Just want to make one more
Yeah,
point.
go ahead.
When teams, it's like almost as if like you gotta understand that teams understand what you do. And when teams see Chris Paul have the ball in his hands, what do you think teams are thinking? He's gonna fucking pass it. Same shit with Draymond. Like, you need to have some fucking type of play where you just put the ball in your best player's hand 1-4 flat and just space out or run some sort of secondary action. But this thing where like we're going to CP to set up dude, they know. Did you see how they overplayed Steph and Clay in the final possessions, bro? They knew he was looking for the pass, bro. Like this stuff is predictable. As a fan, it's predictable. So what do you think these other teams are scouting, profiling, breaking down the nuances and tendencies of each and every player, set play call, and just how you run your offense? They know what's coming, and I knew what was coming. I called it. Why are we playing through playmakers instead of playing through your best shot creator? I don't know.
Dre, I agree.
Hold on 1 second, AK. Urkel, someone wants to ask you a question, or someone's answering your question. Look in the jumbotron, please.
Yeah, that's what I was about to address. So they asked him. Here's the response.
I'll get to that soundbite at 7:30 Pacific when we go to playback. Anyways, go on.
Go ahead, Jim.
That's a crazy soundbite.
Yeah, he's a charlatan. How long have I been trying to tell you guys that he's a fucking charlatan? And to this day, he has no idea what to do. Now, having said that, I just want to review some things because he did some really good things tonight. All right, and he took that away
Let's
in the
hear it,
second
Jim.
half. But those things that happened in the first half were really important, and they need to continue to lean into those things. All right. So first thing is, and to end this first quarter, you guys know what it is. It's a fucking 4-guard lineup. They didn't run a 4-guard lineup tonight. They ran a really powerful lineup. It was Chris Paul, Clay, GP2, Draymond, and Trace. That was the closing lineup to end the first quarter. All right, and they created separation. That lineup created separation. Everybody talking about, the spacing, Trace, Draymond, da-da-da-da-da. They created separation. All right, that's how they got out to a 27-18 start in the first quarter. Now the second quarter and the fourth quarter, this lineup that they're starting with, they need to stop that entirely. That lineup is Chris Paul, Pods, and Clay. Shit makes no sense. There is no POA in there. You're playing a 3-guard lineup. Pods is redundant out there. He makes your defense weaker because you already have Chris Paul and Clay out there, right? So Wiggins played 25 minutes tonight. Why? Wiggins should be in that lineup to protect CP
That's every night,
and
by the
Clay.
way, Jim. That's every night he plays 25 minutes. Every single
And this
night.
is fucking bullshit. Why
This is
is
every single
Pods?
night. By the way, it's 25 minutes every single night.
And he was having a good game. And tonight it's just okay. But to finish off, that's a problematic rotation. They need to stop it. Steve needs to stop that lineup. And that's where they became vulnerable. And in that fourth quarter to start, they got off to a 12-5 run against the Warriors. That stupid 3-guard fucking lineup. They need to cut that off. Pods, if you need to limit his minutes to whatever the fuck, do it. Sorry, Pods, you had a good season, but there's these combinations where you just don't belong in there. And you shouldn't be getting as many minutes, or on most nights, more minutes than Wiggins. He's your POA. He's the guy that's going to help defend, who's going to protect these lineups, not Pods. Okay? But to end the second quarter, they ran a couple of lineups that were really good. All right. One of them was Steph Curry, GP2, Wiggins, Draymond, and Trace. That is probably their strongest defensive lineup. So they ran that. That was pretty good. And then they replaced GP2 with Clay. And they tried that closing line. That lineup is the one that I want them to start these games with. It's Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Wiggins, Draymond, and Trace. That's the lineup. My glories. Let me finish off and then you can go. And that's the lineup that I want to see moving forward. Enough of these Kuminga minutes, enough of these Pods minutes, enough of relying on these 21-year-olds to come through. They continue to just go back and forth, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Now they've had two streaks where they have two game winning streaks. No games where they've had 2-game winning streaks in the month of March. That's enough. Enough is enough. They have to stop this. All right. And then in the second half is just where everything got fucked up. Like, you came out a little bit spotty. The Timberwolves, make 2 consecutive 3-pointers. And next thing you know, first guy that comes out of the game is Wiggins. And Kuminga's having an awful second half. Like, why are you punishing Wiggins when he's having a good game? And then you're leaving out a guy who's not having a good second half. Steve Kerr decision-making is just complete and utter nonsense. And then in the fourth quarter, obviously, it's just complete and utter disaster. Not enough minutes for Steph Curry. 30 minutes. Your season's on the brink. And you play him 30 minutes? on a night where he got 31 points. What the fuck? Steve, you're out of your mind. And then you take the ball away from him. Have Chris Paul out there. Klay Thompson. The final play is for Klay Thompson while Steph Curry is playing decoy. And then Klay is taking some contested bullshit, fading, and that shit is not even close. That's how you close the
No,
game off? And then you try to close the game with Kuminga too, by the way,
Jim, here's the
instead of
problem.
Wiggins. Wiggins doesn't come back into the game until the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Kuminga is unreliable. He's a scorer, fine. He's a budding scoring star, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He's not a closer. He's not a championship caliber player. He makes mistakes out there constantly. And the later it gets, the worse he becomes. It's kind of like Jordan fucking Poole. Recognize this. Do not overextend Kuminga to more than what he's capable of. Recognize that he's a spark. Use him off the bench. And if he's having a good night, then give him more minutes. All right? If he's holding up defensively, then give him more minutes. Otherwise, keep a fucking short leash on him. Because this is not the fucking time anymore at this point. Talking about you're going to close a game with Kuminga. He's not a closer. You're going to fuck the season completely if you keep doing this. Pods. Time to curtail your minutes. If the Warriors are going to go down, I want them to go down swinging with their best fucking lineups. None of this inconsistent, too inexperienced, doing like bad shit. Like, enough of this. Change the starting lineup, man. It's time. It's too fucking inconsistent. We've seen it for over a month now. Enough is enough.
Can I go?
Glorious, what's
Okay.
going on? Go ahead.
So I'm not really mad because I've come to expect this from the team. It is what it is. But I'd like to point out that I don't think Steve Kerr makes in-game decisions. He comes in with whatever plan from before, and he sticks to that. I am not sure he's capable of making in-game decisions, especially when it comes down going down the stretch. Because when you look at the games for the entire season, there are so many times where you're like, okay, this person needs to stay in. We need this person on the floor right now, and they're not there, and they're not there for the next 2 to 3 minutes. Just like what Jim was saying. Why is Wiggins, after they make two trees, being put out the game? Why is Wiggins only coming in at the 2 minute mark when we need the defense and the offense? And he's having a good game. I don't think Steve Kerr has the ability to judge these things. I don't we again, I think he runs something through the computer. It tells him what he should do for the entire game, and that's what he does. He doesn't switch it up. He doesn't try to change it. He just keeps at that because as a coach, as fans, you look at the game and you're like, well, obviously this person should stay in, right? Because they're playing well, they're contributing to defense, so they should stay on the floor. And then you see them get taken off because why? Why Trace is a young big man with a big motor. He should be on the floor so much more than he currently is, without you having to think, well, he might get tired. The brother is young. Let him play those minutes. Steph is a superstar. Is the only superstar in the league
Listen,
that
listen.
has a
There is
coach
no reason.
that doesn't play
There is
him.
no reason.
Doesn't play him enough.
There is no reason. There is no reason why this man should be out there playing 30 minutes in a must-win game.
There,
There's no
there's
reason.
no
I
reason why
want y'all to
Steph
show
should
me
be
this.
taking on a role
Bro,
of having to.
hold on. There is no reason why you can be out there and you're playing. All right. If somebody can show me where where they've ever seen anything like this, where the star is going to play 32 minutes and everyone else play under 30 minutes. If you can find another scenario, I will Venmo or PayPal you $1,000 if you can show me that. Show me a scenario where for an entire year, your star, your best player, is playing 32 minutes and everyone else is playing under 30 minutes. If you can find a scenario, Screenshot me, and I'll Venmo you $1,000. The first person who does that, if you can find it,
Yeah, and then use him as a decoy.
$1,000. No. I had it at 100 this morning. I will raise those stakes to $1,000.
To
I
your
want to
point,
see it.
to your point, Mark, they treat this nigga like a role player.
This is crazy, man.
Steve Kerr is fucking
Jeez.
sabotaging this team. He's been doing it from the get go, and I mean, at least he's coming up with some better lineups. No, he didn't play a 4-guard lineup today, but still a bunch of 3-guard lineups that make no sense. And this is still killing the Warriors.
But you
So
know what,
whenever
Like,
he
Jim?
do you know
fundamentally
how
breaks
insane
apart,
that song's though? We are
But guess what, guys?
congratulating, we're bigging up the guy because he didn't play a 4-guard lineup. Do you know how insane
Bro,
that
hold on,
sounds?
hold on. I know Laker fans complain about Darvin Ham, but this is some other shit, bro.
Bro, do people realize that Kerr is going to coach the fucking Olympic team this year? That's why you should all
Exactly.
be mad at what you're seeing, not just Warriors fans.
It's the Olympics, bro. Nobody cares.
Yo, but guess what, guys?
For
Kerr's
Team
gonna Kerr.
USA,
Kerr's gonna Kerr.
people should
Nobody
care.
cares about that shit.
Kerr is just gonna Kerr. And these are the problems we spoke about all season. Now, as far as tonight's game is concerned, we should be disappointed that we lost tonight. Because we had a doesn't everybody on this panel, including the listeners, feel that we were in the game to win?
should have won.
Okay. Now, with that
Absolutely.
being said, Jim, you want to take a wild guess? How many games the Golden State Warriors lost this season, 5 points or less?
Oh,
Probably more than
brother,
10 at this
it's
point.
a whole lot. It's a whole lot. I'd say probably half our games. I'd say
Good guess.
Mm-hmm.
Good guess.
I'll say 70% of our games. I can't really think of how
34.
many blowouts. Yeah.
34.
and even
Yeah.
games
So
we
this is
didn't
hold on,
lost
guys.
lose because of five
Take a
points.
step back. Take a step back and think. When the differential is continuously minute, who should be getting majority of the blame? Shouldn't it be the coach on the decisions he make?
Absolutely.
This is my point. You let that guy get the highest paid salary in the NBA, and now we're allowing this buffoonery.
Yeah, Bob. I mean, what's his
This is
name? Joe
crazy.
Lacob. Joe
Bro,
Lacob.
this
Joe
is.
Lacob.
Can I say this real quick?
Joe
Can I
Lacob,
say this real
you
quick,
are
bro?
you're ridiculous. You paid this guy when he was in the 10th seed. You paid him max money. The most amount of money that anyone's ever gotten paid in a 2-year span. You pay him because what? Because what? Because he's in the 10th seed? Joe Lacob, you are fucking this team up. This Kuminga shit, all the fucking drama that's happening from this situation, this is because of you, Joe Lacob. Take your fucking hands off this team. Let the basketball personnel do their fucking jobs so they can try to deliver you more fucking championships. You are getting in the way of that. And once Steph Curry's gone, you're going to be down in the fucking dumps. Oh, we're light years. We're going to make playoffs over and over. You idiot. Fucking clueless, man. You are destroying your own team. You're not making shit when Steph is gone. The shit is done. You're going to be a fucking lottery team and nobody fucking gives a fuck to go to your fucking new arena. You fucked that up too, by the way. The most amazing fucking fan base, an Oracle. And you move it to some fucking bullshit. And you got some bunch of fucking casual rich people who don't give a flying fuck whether they lose or not. Good job, Joe Lacob. Joe fucking Lacob. You do not deserve Stephen fucking Curry. He gave you everything, bro. He 20x'd your fucking company. And this is how you pay him in return. Oh, I'm gonna look to the future now. Kuminga is our future. Fucking idiot.
To your point, Jim, this is exactly what I was saying earlier, and why I said, and I know Eric was telling me what does that have to do with the front office, bro? The front office has a part in this because they seen Steve Kerr do this last year, all the buffoonery, and do it half of this year or for more than half of this year, and they said, let's give him a 2-year contract and end him with Steph Curry. They thought was gonna do something after he was being asked the entire year. And they said, yeah, let's just give him that contract when he's been asked. Like, that shit doesn't make any sense, bro, at all. But it makes sense now because all the buffoonery they do and trying to build this team and try over the years. They even said it the other day that they never believed in Curry. No, none of this is surprising. It's just a baffling front office and a baffling coach.
Yeah, I feel bad for
But
Steph, man. This is so much to fucking overcome.
exactly,
This is
it's
preposterous,
just
man.
bad. It's bad. To be honest, I actually think that. Well, I'm not gonna say he's that great off of it, but I'm like, damn. In his mind, I know he has to go through so much with this trash ass organization, and over the and what Kerr said in the interview, he's done so much for this franchise for 15 years.
Yo, this
It's
fucking
bad.
quote is so fucking fucked up. Steve Kerr says he can't keep riding Steph. We can't expect to just ride Steph. We put the burden of this franchise on his shoulders for
Pause,
15
Kerr.
years. If you want to say that I'm playing him 30 minutes instead of 32 is a difference in a win and loss, I totally disagree with that. You are a fucking fraud. You are sabotaging this fucking team. Steph Curry is capable, perfectly capable of playing more than 30 fucking minutes. And you're saying that we can't. Oh, so you're saying, okay, like you want to move away from Steph. That's basically what you're saying. You
Well,
want to
Jim.
start gearing this offense towards somebody else, and you want to start curtailing Steph Curry, even though he still is capable, perfectly capable of doing what he's doing. All right,
Jim.
and so you decide to lessen his minutes. Right, he scored 30 points tonight, and you want to lessen his minutes, and you want to lessen his effectiveness. You want to keep him off the ball. You want to continue. Like this guy has been sabotaging Steph Curry for years. And every chance he gets, he finds an opportunity. Like he's trying to limit Steph Curry's impact even more. That's exactly what he does. That's exactly what he's doing when he has Chris Paul on the floor with him at the same time. Steve Kerr is completely destructive for this team, for Steph Curry, for this dynasty, for everything. So,
Too
Joe
unpredictable.
Lacob, good fucking job, man. Now you're stuck with him for another 2 fucking years, and we have to be miserable for another 2 fucking years. You fuck.
Yo, Jim, you guys can hear me, right? I had to, this
Yeah, we
audio
can
was
hear you.
bugging. I had to drop and come back. Okay, so now somebody asked points. I'm not sure actually which reporter that was. I know Slater shared it, but it sounded like Slater. I'm not sure if it was Slater that asked the question, but the reason why I was saying that and Urkel screamed and asked the question, and I said before it was asked, I said it's pretty clear what this coaching staff is doing. They're willing and okay to stand pat and rest these guys and play them under to make a push in the postseason, regardless of where they're at. They have no issue with being in the play-in. There's no urgency to get out of that. Earlier in that bite, that Jim that you were just referring to, Steve Kerr actually confirmed that. He said, we want to keep him around 30. We need to rest Steph. We're trying to rest Steph. We're trying to keep him around 30. What other evidence do you need? They're willing to ride this out and just be 9-10 in the play-in and go out. There's no this sense that we had as fans of we can get out of this. You know, we just had a 15-5 stretch. We can put some games together. We can make a run and avoid this play-in. They don't care none of that.
Hold on. Y'all want to run Steph into the ground like he's a robot? 30 minutes, over
Yo, that
30
shit
minutes
pissed
is
me off.
running it. Are you
It's a
fucking
joke.
kidding me, bro?
Oh, this guy's a piece of shit, man.
It's a joke.
Why do you think I'm so mad?
If
I am not an
Steph
angry
Curry, Jim, if
individual.
Steph Curry
This
plays,
guy turns
Running
me
him
into
into
this.
playing
Bro,
over 30 minutes
look
is
at
running him into
you
the
go
ground.
you go
Is this a
34
joke?
minutes of Steph Curry the last 14 games. What is that going to kill us in the postseason? Come on, this is absurd.
Whole
You're
season,
talking,
look at
bro. They're
you.
gonna be
are you
out of the
kidding?
fucking play-in if they use him like this.
Bro, you're
They need him
talking
more
about
than ever.
you're talking about even though he's just turned 36, one of the more conditioned athletes on planet Earth, and you can't play him 4 more minutes a game for 14 games. Okay, then
He's
just
trying
sit
to
in the
end his
play in
career
then.
early, bro. He's trying to
Yeah,
curtail and
look at
end
I just put it.
Steph Curry's career early. That's what he's
This
doing.
is what-
I
Okay, so he
I just
plays
put in the
3 to
number
4
crunch.
extra minutes. What's gonna happen? The end of the fucking world?
He agrees with
Nah.
us.
Exactly.
Look at the
Look at
jumbotron. He agrees with us.
yeah, exactly. I just
Yep.
put up there. He didn't even know
Yeah.
himself. How did your best player, your franchise player, not know what the game plan is? You usually tell him before, oh, we're gonna limit you or whatever.
Oh,
You could tell that Kobe
so
made that
he's
shit up.
doing
He
this
just made.
without even having spoken to Steph about the notion that they're going to do this. Just Steph doesn't even know. He's saying he's surprised. He's playing 29 minutes per game in the month of March, and they haven't had one single streak where they've won 2 games in a row. Interesting. And also, he just played 35 minutes in a hopeless fucking game against the Pacers. Well, what the fuck was that about? This game, they actually had a shot. They were in it throughout the course of the game, whereas the Pacers ran away with the fucking game. And you played them 35 minutes in that fucking game. And then you played them 30 minutes tonight. How does that make any fucking sense? Your logic makes no sense, Steve. You're
The
lying.
irony,
You are doing
the
some weird
irony
shit
in
right
that,
now.
the irony in
And
that,
that's
Jim,
what it
is
is.
that Steph in the previous game actually started the fourth quarter, if you could believe that,
That's what I said.
as opposed to tonight.
Yeah, he played 33 minutes against the Knicks. He played 34 minutes against the Lakers. He played 31 against the Bucks. I don't understand. They're trying to keep him to 30 minutes all of a sudden out of nowhere. Last month he played 32.5 minutes per game when he averaged 28 points, and the Warriors were the best team in the league in the month of February. All of a sudden he cannot play more than 30 minutes? That's what you're trying to tell me now. This is fucking insane. Yeah, this season's fucked, guys.
Yeah, bro.
Even if
Comes
they,
down.
I mean,
Yeah, bro.
bro, like I'm advocating for better lineups and all this shit, but Steve Kerr, like there's no overcoming this fucking piece of shit. Like this guy got to be a Nike fucking agent or something, bro. Like I don't want to go down that right. People have said that to me, and I've always been like, no, he's just a fucking fraud. He's just a fucking idiot. He's just a fucking charlatan. But this shit is so fucking blatant. Like I just feel like he's doing it on purpose at this point. The 3-guard fucking lineups, the 4-guard fucking lineups. Everybody knows that shit doesn't work, but he keeps doing it and he keeps getting away with it. The media doesn't ever fucking question any of it, so he just keeps fucking doing it. Nobody's questioning him. I'm the only motherfucker out here screaming at the fucking insanity of what's happening with this fucking team because of this motherfucker. I'm telling you, it's fucked.
I truly feel bad.
That's why I go with the
This
lineups,
shit
man. Like
bad.
I can't stress it enough. I'm telling you, I know the biggest point I think Dre touches on is about our lack of talent and inconsistency. And Steph Curry had a good quote saying that, hey, honestly, fuck whatever the record is, fuck whatever the seating is. All we got to do is just be consistent and the season will take care of itself. Well, my pushback is it's been the same stance is I feel it's more of the lineups versus the lack of talent because everybody's focusing on inconsistency. Well, yes, I feel like I feel like the inconsistency stems from the lineups. Had we been more consistent with our lineups throughout the entire season, the two best lineups that Steve Kerr did tonight, had he been consistent with those lineups throughout the entire season, I feel like we would be in a whole different position right now.
They'd be one of the best teams in the league if they did that. If they
There you
actually
go.
played their
Bingo.
optimal combinations, optimal players, optimal rotations, right? For all 48 minutes like a good normal coach would do, right? All we're asking for is some basic shit and he can't even do that. So there you go.
There
He
you go.
fucked the whole season.
Bro, they did to start the season when they went 6-2, and then after that, all hell broke loose.
Motherfucker
They went
said last year,
completely downhill.
this is the norm. Last year was the fucking aberration. Whatever the fuck he said.
That shit was a lie.
See that, and that's my percentage. My percentage is 60-40. I'm not going to say it's either one is 100%. I'm going to say 60-40. 60% with Kerr's lineups and 40% the lack of talent. That's where I would kind of stand on this for the entire season. So it's unfortunate, man. Kerr is doing this to himself. He's making it harder than it needs to be, and he's setting his players up for failure. I said it last time. I'll say it again. It's unfortunate for Steph, for Clay, for a lot of these, champs. It just sucks. And one of the biggest things that I noticed, and this is where I'll finish, Trace. Not only I know we're all focused on Steph when he didn't come back until the 6-minute mark. Yo, it was around like the end of the third or fourth quarter where as the T-Wolves is getting on his run, Trace was out for a good minute. You had Draymond at the 5. Trace doesn't come in until later on, and we finally make that comeback, that last comeback in the fourth. So man, Kerr is just so inconsistent with the lineups, man. It's unfortunate.
No, he's a piece of shit, man.
Alex,
He's a fucking piece of shit. And it sounds to me tonight like he's lost faith and trust in Steph or something. He's trying to just more and more go away from Steph, right? That's what it sounds like to me. And he's always had some level of disbelief in Steph Curry, yes or no?
I agree.
yes.
Yeah, this guy's a piece of shit, man.
And Alex,
It's
to push
so
back on what
fucking
you just said,
unfortunate that Steph Curry is the greatest fucking basketball player I've ever laid eyes on next to Michael Jordan. And I have to watch this fucking horseshit because of Steve Kerr, man. Steve Kerr is fucking up Steph Curry's legacy, and he's been doing it for a long time. And what that does is it fucks up the team. Because when Steph Curry is the best version of himself, guess what? the team's going to follow suit. And he takes those opportunities away from him. He cares more about his stupid ass, roll ass players, fucking Corey Joseph in the fucking rotation, like all this fucking horseshit that he does.
Dario.
Yeah, Dario fucking Saric, you fucking sack of shit. Steve Kerr, fuck you.
Steph
Fuck
needs to
you,
speak up,
Steve.
man. He just said that he was a little bit surprised with his extended rest. Bro, speak up, man.
So
Say that you want to
Curry got
put
blindsided.
it.
Even
Yeah,
Curry got blindsided.
yeah, he said that he was a little bit
Yeah,
surprised.
but
But
in
come
that,
on, man.
bro, in that
Steph, speak
situation,
up, man.
bro, if you're
Damn.
Steph, yeah,
So that
if you're
means
Steph, bro, you're like
the entire coaching staff didn't let him know, not just Steve. The entire coaching staff didn't
Yeah,
let him know.
You know,
It's
it's
on them
times
too.
like this.
but
It's times like this that you really do appreciate Mike Brown at this point, because I really took it for granted at that time. But now looking at the Kings and the way they are, I'm just like, fuck, man, fuck.
No wonder
Maybe I had this
Kyrie and
peg wrong
KD
with Steve,
wanted Kenny
man.
Atkinson the fuck out of there, by the way. All of
mhm.
this shit is happening
And
under
Alex,
Kenny Atkinson's fucking watch. Ever since he took over these fucking rotations, these minutes, all of this shit, the 3 guard, the 4 guard fucking lineups were not happening under Mike Brown. All of this shit is happening under Kenny Atkinson too, by the way. Get
Yeah,
that guy the
that's
fuck
a
out
good
of here
point.
too at this point.
I told you guys, as soon as he walked out the door, everything went out with him.
But you know what I find funny? That Steve Kerr's reasoning for not wanting to play Steph all those minutes is because he's been carrying the franchise for a long time. But yet still they won't give him a proper roster so they can actually employ that idea. We have two
That
21
sounds
year olds
so
that
paradoxical. Not gonna lie, that sounds the most paradoxical thing I've ever seen. Oh
like
my god,
it's
you have
insane. It's insane. What do? We make a roster that Stephen Curry has to carry his ass off. But then we don't put him in a situation where he can do the carrying. So we're kind of like, what are we doing?
None of this makes sense. Bro, this is a game that we gotta win. He fucked off the last game doing stupid shit. And then, bro, I want y'all to know that he tried the same shit the last game and he doubled down on the shit that he did the last game. Because
you would have thought he
I'm
won
not gonna
last
say
game.
that's the bro, I'm not gonna say that's the only reason why they lost the game. There's a lot of factors in terms of why they lost the last game. But you see this minutes pattern, and you know what, like, bro, on a nightly basis, I'm just watching this team and I'm just looking down the box score because I talk about it in playback damn near every morning. Because I pull up the box score and I look at the minutes. Other teams are playing their guys 34, 35 minutes. And Steph Curry is the high man every single night. 32 minutes, 33 minutes, 32 minutes, 31 minutes. Tonight, what do you play, like 29 minutes? Is that the goal here?
29
Irk,
minutes and
Really?
Irk,
58 seconds, I think.
When LeBron is playing 40 minutes a night, bro, I don't want to hear no excuses. That man is 39 years old playing 40 minutes. I don't want to
No,
hear
no, no,
nothing.
no, 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 no. It's not about 40 minutes, bro. Like,
No, no, I'm just saying, like,
but
because
I'm
he's
just
older.
watching, like,
He's not
and
coaching with a sense of urgency.
bro, like,
No,
some
he's
nights I watch the game, right? And I have one eye on, and I was lit, bro. I have one eye on my phone and one eye on the screen, and I was laser focused in on the game, and I'm watching it possession by possession, and I'm watching the turnover there, I'm watching the turnover there, and the transition and all of that stuff, and I'm like, all right, okay, cool, that's happening, happens a lot, been happening all year long. Now, at what point are we gonna get up and just put Steph in the game? And I'm watching it, I'm watching it, I'm watching it. It's like, oh, I guess that's not gonna happen. And bro, this is a flawed team. I'll be the first one to tell you that. But you
Space.
know, all year
Do you
long.
agree with uh, my percentage, or I can hear your own percentage? I feel it's more 60% the lineups and 40% lack of talent. Or
So tonight, here's the thing that he does tonight. Instead of playing six people off of the bench, sometimes seven, tonight he goes solid nine-man rotation. Solid nine-man rotation he goes. And we went and I was looking at it and I was like, this dude is something else. And I was watching it, watching it, watching it. And then I'm like, really? Is this what he's doing? So, and I was like, no way he brings this down to minute six. And I watched it in the first half and we're behind, bro. Like, It's not like we were ahead and he did this, bro. We were behind, and I watched it in the first half. And I get it, bro. CP and all of this stuff, but
Took him out at the
yo,
4 minute
it's
mark.
bro. Come on, man.
Bro, come on. Any rational coach out there would have put your best player in, especially when
This
your
makes no
lead is
sense,
down.
man.
When
Exactly.
your
That's
lead
Steph
is
why.
Curry,
Even when
put
he
up a
dwindling.
does
fucking
do
fight.
things like that.
Steph Curry, you
Especially
need to put up a fucking fight. Enough is enough. This guy is sabotaging your fucking career, and now he's doing some shit behind your back that you weren't even aware of.
Yeah, you got to take
Wake the
matters
fuck up
in.
and fight the shit.
You got to take
You keep
matters into your
supporting
own
this
hands.
guy who is not in support of you. 2 years ago, he had no belief that you could win a championship. He doesn't believe in you. He uses you like he doesn't believe in you and doesn't think that you're like the most ridiculous scorer of all time. He doesn't use you like it. He uses you like a fucking decoy half the fucking time. Wake the fuck up, Steph. This guy is screwing your fucking career. Wake up. Speak up. Fight it.
I agree.
2 years ago, you fought it. 2 years ago, 60 games in, you fought it. You said, enough is enough. Give me back my 12-6, 12-6. And then you
Yeah,
got your rhythm back instantly. And then you went and got a fucking championship. Put up a fight, Steph.
now's not the time to be passive. Now's not the time to be passive.
exactly.
That's
Bro,
why.
his
That's
ass
why.
should have
Real
got up.
quick, space. That's why. What you was touching on. That's why I was asking you. Do you feel? Do you feel with this team as of right now, the state of the team, it's more so the lineups, or do you feel it's more so a flawed lack of talent?
It's both. But you know what? A good coach would be still be able to use what we have right now and win the games that we've been in. We've been in so many games, even games that don't show that we've been in a close margin until that 7th minute mark in the fourth. We were close. We were close. If you watch the game instead of the box score, you would know that we were close. And then what end up happening is we take out one person and then they go on a run. They go on a 12, 15 point run where we only score 2 points. And then you look at it and we're down 20, 30 with 4 minutes left. That's what
Well,
happened.
here's the problem. Here's the problem. In those runs, those comebacks, those runs that you're talking about. Well, who was in at the time on the Warriors side? You go to the 3 guard lineups. You have Draymond at the 5. Like that's why I'm saying, and like I want everyone to understand that it's not really the lack of talent. We got the talent to beat these teams. The Timberwolves are the number one defense in the league right now. They're fourth in 3 point shooting, and we damn near controlled the whole game tonight. So it shows that if we have the best lineups in matching up perfectly, we could take down anybody. So that's where I stand on that. I think it's more the inconsistent lineups that's what's killing us throughout the season versus more so the talent.
And Steve Kerr being predictable is also killing us. Because like what Dre said, what is CP going to be taking the last shot in a game? In a game where we need the three? No. They know that he's gonna pass up the ball. So they're over helping on Clay. They're over helping on Steph. CP should not be in the game with Steph and Clay. He should be on the bench. CP should not be in games with Steph next to him. He should not be in games with Pods next to him because Pods is basically a worse CP. In every sense of it, Pods is a worse CP. They play the same
Let me tell
defense.
you this,
They
bro.
provide the same offense. Maybe Pods
I don't
is a
want to
better
see. I don't
rebounder.
want to see another one of these coaches going to Pep Guardiola, going to Klopp. I don't want to see, bro. This on a football. This is basketball. You understand? This is fucking basketball. It's not football. This is not tiki taka, right? Bro, this is basketball. It's a whole Steve Guardiola, dead that. You're not Pep Guardiola, bro. Stop it. You're not Pep. Stop it. Stop trying to pattern Pep, bro. You're not Pep Guardiola. I'm sorry. Sorry to break it to you, dog. The shit is ridiculous. What is this, man?
You cooked our team. You cooked us, bro. Like Steve Curry, you
Oh my
cooked us.
But this
god,
shit, man, this shit
bro.
out
And
of
I'm
hand,
not
bro.
yo, and y'all know me, man. Like I don't come up here and I don't yell about the coach, but this is a pattern I've been watching over and over again, and it's
It's
like,
undeniable. It's undeniable.
yo, you know how many games like we've lost just in this fashion right here? in this same
How
fashion,
many
we've
times have
lost
we
the
seen
same
this
exact
movie
Too
game.
already,
many,
bro?
man.
How many
Bro, we've
times have
lost
we
the
seen
Too
this
same
many,
movie?
game maybe
man.
15 times
It,
this year.
That has
yesterday's a
Are we
been
not
preseason, bro.
desensitized at this point?
that has been my
Desensitized.
fucking point. That has been my fucking point. Because
Bro,
we're not talking the losses against the Lakers or the Nuggets or OKC.
yeah.
I'm talking about the Bulls, the fucking Spurs, the Pacers. Are you telling me those teams are more talented than us? No.
No.
Bro,
Bro, we've been losing the
bro,
same game for
Alex,
two
bro,
years,
Bro,
Alex.
the
man.
Even
same
against
game.
these,
And
bro,
it's
For two
like,
years, bro.
this
even
man
these
is like,
Timber,
yo,
even
hold
these.
my beer. But hold up. Let's do this. Let's transition over to playback.tv/space gang. And we'll chop it up more over there. But again, playback.tv/space gang for hour two of post game. I want to see, because I don't have an opportunity here to play these interviews, but I'm dying to see what he said in these interviews, bro. I know he said some flagrant shit. So see y'all over there. Again, playback.tv/space gang, and I'll send out a link as well.